Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Holly, and today we're going to be talking about the most important furniture items in a Montessori home. So this video is all about the starting furniture pieces that you're going to be needing if you are starting Montessori, and also if you are just continuing with Montessori and want to get more furniture pieces that are going to encourage your child to be capable and independent. So that is a lot of the basics of Montessori, is just helping the child be able to do different things on their own with as little help and intervention from you, and just giving them their independence. So a lot of these furniture pieces is doing exactly that, and I'm going to go kind of by room, and go through the different furniture pieces that I think are most important. I also use the book Montessori Toddler for a lot of my inspiration. So a lot of the ideas and furniture pieces that I'm going to be talking about are also talked about in that book as well. And I really love that book. I'd highly encourage it for anybody who is thinking about using Montessori principles and wants to learn more. Okay, so I first wanted to start off with our playroom. Since this is where the kids usually spend the most amount of time, a lot of the furniture in here is definitely Montessori friendly and also encourages independence. So the very first thing that we have is our table and chairs. So these are awesome because they are very low, and this table in particular I think is pretty coveted in the Montessori world from IKEA. Since you can put bins in it, it's great for sensory play and tons of different things, because you can also cover up the top and be able to draw on it, color, and really my son has gotten paint and crayon on it and really tons of stuff on this table, and we've been able to clean it off really well. So it's very durable. It's just a great basic table that is pretty low to the ground, so even my 1-year-old can get up and use this table as well. A table is just a great thing to have. Next are our play shelves. So there's so many different things you can use for play shelves. You just want to make sure that they are very low to the ground and that your kids can reach the toys. That's like the very basics of the play shelf, and you really can find whatever fits your style and your needs and your budget. I have chosen just these ones from Target, and I've really loved having them. I feel like they are low enough for my 1-year-old to grab, and even when he was even younger, like around 6 months, he could still grab stuff off of these low shelves. And then the higher shelves are great for my older son, so I put his toys and things up on there. But I've also used just like a cube storage bin in the past as well, and it's worked really well for us, and that was a cheaper option. You can find cube storage towers like anywhere, at Walmart or at Target or at IKEA again, and those work really well. You can also find ones made for Montessori specifically on different websites or on Etsy that are going to be really cute and low and made for even smaller babies, which is tons of fun and cute. So just you need play shelves that again are just kids' height, and it can be really anything you want it to be. The last furniture item in our playroom that I wanted to talk about is this chair right here. So this is a Papasan chair, and I love it, mostly because it's like pretty nostalgic for me. We had one growing up, but also because my 3-year-old and my 1-year-old can get up on this chair all by themselves and sit here and read a book or calm down or just like relax. I love having a chair that's going to be short enough for a child to get on and off by themselves, somewhere that they can relax, and it's just kind of like their own space, just something that is for them. You can also get a small chair that they can use to read in, things like that. I'll show a picture of what we have, and I have that in my son's bedroom. He will sit there and read his books on it, and he loves like that it rocks. And now my 1-year-old I feel like uses it a little bit more than my 3-year-old because it is like pretty small. But I just think having like a comfortable chair or space for the kids is really important, and you can again make it anything that you would like it to be. If you want it to be something a little bit bigger that you can sit on with them, or just like really small that they're just sitting on by themselves and you can sit next to them, I think either option is going to be great. So speaking of my toddler's bedroom, we're going to be moving into that room next, and I love having his bookshelf that is on the ground, or a bookshelf that is hanging low on the wall that you have mounted low, so that your kids can get their own books out themselves. I've talked about this before on my channel, but it's so important for them to be able to reach their own books, to start reading whenever they want. I've come into my son's room and I'm like, where did he go? And he's reading to himself on his bed or in his chair, and I love being able to facilitate his reading skills and him learning. So just making sure that he always has access to things really is the basics of like all of this that I'm going to be talking about, but just buying these furniture pieces that are going to facilitate that is so important. Next is a clothing wardrobe. So I got mine from IKEA. Again, like I said, like this IKEA is a great place to go if you are looking for Montessori items. But I got mine from IKEA and I love it. I don't know if it was necessarily meant to be like a kids clothing wardrobe, but I use it like that and it's been great. So there's a place for you to hang the kids' clothes on, and I hang my son's like church clothes, like nicer clothes on there, and then you have different places to put clothing items. So I just usually place out a few shirts and a few pants and pajamas so that he can kind of pick and choose what he wants to wear, and then he can get it out himself and he can work on dressing himself. Dressing himself is a whole nother story that we are working on, but it's great that he can pick out what he needs. He can grab his own socks. If he is going somewhere and he needs socks, he knows where they are. And it's just super simple. I love this one. But you can also get just like low drawers for them. You can get baskets for them. You can get basically anything that is going to allow them to pick their own clothing and is going to be easy for them to help you fold it and put it away and know how it's organized. All right, next in the bedroom, and arguably the most important, is a floor bed. So floor beds are definitely unique to Montessori and are honestly like maybe a little bit weird if you've never heard of them before. I feel like whenever I bring up a floor bed with friends or family, they're always looking at me like I'm a little crazy, which is fine, but as I explain them further and why I use a floor bed with my kids, I feel like they're able to understand a little bit more. So floor beds are just what it sounds like a mattress on the floor. You can make it cute, you can make it really simple, you can kind of do whatever works for you and your budget. But I have just like a simple little frame for my floor bed for my older son, and my younger son just has a mattress on the floor. So instead of doing a crib and a toddler bed and everything like that, you just basically use a mattress from the very beginning. So I did have my babies start out in a bassinet next to me when they were really young. But once they hit around 6 to 7 months, I transitioned them to their own mattress in their own rooms. And we never did a crib, but they are able to have the independence that they need, and they can get in and out of bed as they want to, which I really love because when they wake up from naps, they can get up and just play around until I go in and get them. They don't have to cry for me to get them out of their beds, and they can also go to sleep when they are feeling more tired. So I keep their bedrooms very, very simple and don't have very much in them, don't have very many toys at all. We keep all of our toys really in our playroom, and then so their rooms aren't that enticing, and so at night they usually just will stay in bed and fall asleep. Sometimes they will crawl out of their bed and fall asleep by the door, which is totally fine as well. So if you would like me to make a more in-depth video about floor beds, why we use them, how we use them, and more about what I think about them, I would love to do a video on that. So let me know down below if that's something you guys would like to see. But I love having a floor bed, and it's definitely a must-have for a Montessori bedroom. So my son's bedroom is very unique in that it has a sink in the bedroom, like connected to the bathroom. So it's been really awesome because my son is able to have his own self-care station in his bedroom without me having to do much of anything because it was already like that. But something that we did buy is a step stool. So step stools are really important all around your house so that kids can reach things like sinks very easily. They can wash their own hands. They have independence. My son will use his step stool in order to brush his teeth and look in the mirror and get ready for the day, different things like that. So having a step stool is going to be great, but we have step stools in a lot of different bathrooms all around our house. When it comes to step stools, there are a lot of different options you can get. Some are more expensive, obviously, and then some you can just buy at the dollar store. So I bought ours off Amazon. I really like how they have a grippy top. They are plastic. They're just really lightweight, which I like because my son can carry them around if he needs to. And we use them, for a sink. We also use them to help him get on our toilet because I never bought a little potty for him, like a little kid's potty. I just have him step on a step stool up to a regular toilet, and that has worked really well for him. Yeah, we have them all over, and I like that they're lightweight, but you can also get beautiful wood ones as well if that is the aesthetic you're going for. But either way, a step stool is going to be an essential furniture piece in your home. All right, so the next area of the home I wanted to talk about is our front door area or our garage area where you're gonna come into your home. You just want to have a place where kids can place their shoes. So you can easily just put a basket here so the kids know your shoes go in this basket. We have a built-in area where the kids can place their shoes and they know that that is their spot. We also have a shoe organizer from IKEA, and my son knows how to open that up, and he just places his shoes in there. That is next to our front door. So we have some different options for him and things that he can reach and knows how to use. You can also put a stool next to the bin or whatever you're using where they put their shoes, and that way they can sit on the stool. My son will oftentimes sit on the very bottom step of our staircase because it's right there. And then also having a coat rack of some sort is important, somewhere that they can hang up their own coats and that they can grab them themselves when it's time to go. And you're just teaching them to be independent. You're teaching them to put their stuff away and different things like that. So having their own little area in the front door or the back door or garage or whatever you use the most is important. The last area in our home I wanted to talk about is our kitchen. So we have a learning tower in our kitchen, which I love. It has been so helpful as my son has gotten older. He's been able to reach the counter and work with me if we are baking something, or if he wants to help me cook, different things like that. If he wants to do an activity, sometimes he likes to stand and eat. He actually, I feel like, has grown out of it a little bit and now will just sit in a regular chair, but my 1-year-old now uses the learning tower. So it's been a great piece in our home, and I know we'll keep using it every single day. And it's something that I would highly, highly recommend. It's a safe place for your kids to be and helps them get to counter height really easily. The very last piece of furniture I wanted to talk about is our weaning table. So you can totally just use any sort of table like I talked about in the very beginning, and put that in your kitchen so that your kids can sit there and eat there. They can get up themselves when they're all done eating, different things like that. They can take their own food to the table. They can set up their plates and their forks and their knives and their drinks and everything like that. You can teach them so many different things when they have their own table to eat at. And so this table I have from Sprout, and I love it because it really grows with your child. You can use it from 6 months all the way until like they are in preschool and older, which I love. This table was definitely a splurge for me, but I used it every single day with my first son, and now I'm using it every single day with my second. And it's just been a great place for them to learn independence and be able to clean their own table, do different things like that, and just really give them the space that they need to learn and grow. All right, you guys, so those are my top furniture picks if you are starting a Montessori home and are looking for furniture items for your kids. All of these things are going to facilitate independence and help your kids become capable children who are going to learn and grow and do things on their own. If you learned something from this video and if you enjoyed it, please remember to like and subscribe. I would love to have you guys join our little family here and be able to learn more about Montessori. I also do vlogs, different motherhood and lifestyle videos as well on my channel. But I really appreciate you all for watching. I appreciate everybody for the love and the support. I hope you all have a great day. Bye.